What's up, everybody? It's your boy Coach T with Chicago Bears 360, back with another live pregame show for you. On today, it's on Thursday Night Football, Panthers at Bears on Thursday Night Football. Listen, we have this. We're breaking down the game, giving prediction. This and so much noise. Y'all know how Coach Boone says it. We're going to have a great show. We're going to have a great show. But y'all know what Coach Boone says about our expectations.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. And then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Perfection is the standard. Listen, we're going to have the breakdown and preparation of the game, what we're expecting offensively, defensively from the Bears, what we can look out for offensively and defensively from the Panthers. It's Bryce Young versus Tyson Bagent, Chicago Bears 360. Y'all know what's next. Cue the intro. Maestro, let's go. Contra.
Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence. On the road to them Benjis, I fill my teeth with diamonds. I'm high as fuck in the sky, you would've thought I'm pilot. I'm from Chicago, it get ugly, fill the streets with violence. Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence.
Past, present, future. We bear down.
So we're back. Just that fast. So what I'm going to do is break this down and give my take and my game plan for the Bears from the top down, starting with our overall game plan and strategy down to individual players play, and then I'm going to get you out of here. So listen, for today's strategy, we have to play complementary football. There's a certain style of play that we have to play on offense to make ourselves a good complement to the defense. A good compliment to the defense. I should be back right now, Brian. Am I still muted? I should be back. Y'all should have me now. All right. So Brian might be like a little bit behind us. Anyway, so we have to play a certain style of ball, right, on offense. And that's what I'm talking about with these personnel groups. So I've been discussing it over the last few weeks about how our style of play and how when in certain games, you know what I'm saying, we have to play, or how we played a certain style of ball in the past, and that led to some success, right? So if we're going to replicate that success and have a victory, ideally we want to play games or have a game plan or use personnel groupings similar to Washington, Denver, Las Vegas, and I believe New Orleans. Those personnel groupings will rank up in that group. And if you need to know what the 12, green, 21, 22, 13 personnel. We need the larger personnel groupings, right? We need lower purple, right, to make, to play ideally, the style of ball Chicago Bears play, right? Denver is a good example, Las Vegas. And like I said, New Orleans is probably going to rank up there as one of our better game plans and strategy, right? So we came out, we ran the ball, you know what I'm saying? We went heavy 12 plus personnel. We control the clock. We allowed our defense to get rest, which is the biggest thing, and how the offense can help the defense. We have to help that young, inexperienced defense. And when I say inexperienced, I'm talking about in terms of playing together. We have to help them out and get them off the field as much as possible and to keep the momentum going. Control the clock. Make it feel like we're controlling the game with our personnel. That's what we want to do. So that's the overall strategy. Y'all not going to hear me change that because that's the way we need to play ball for the rest of the season. If we can do that, we'll be in these games. We'll be competitive in these games. It's when we get behind and our offensive coordinator panics and feels like he has to play catch up, so he goes empty a lot. He goes 11 personnel out of the gun and starts throwing the ball a lot, right? Last week, we threw 2 interceptions out of the empty formation. 2 interceptions out of the same formation. The same formation, by the way, that everybody was riding Justin Fields for not throwing the ball during that formation. I told y'all I told y'all that the kid doesn't trust the OC. He doesn't trust the concepts. Tyson Bagent rips that ball, and he throws 2 interceptions out of that formation, right? I hate it when we're in an empty formation. So stay out of the empty, stay out of 11 personnel gun, and the temptation to try to throw the ball all over the yard. Run the offense through the running backs. Run the offense through the offensive line and allow them to control the clock, control the game, right? That's it. What does personnel groupings have to do with style of play? Again, 12 personnel, 13 plus. We're having heavier personnel. We can control the line of scrimmage. We also have additional tight ends in so we can help with pass protection, right? So that's the game plan. Now let me talk about the individual, the focus of this offense. You know what I'm saying? And who's going to be the focus of the offense tonight, which is Tyson Bagent, right? This may shock y'all. My expectation for Tyson Bagent tonight is probably going to shock y'all. And I don't know why, right? Because I haven't been down on the kid. I've been more down on Luke Getsy and his ability to put both the quarterbacks in good situations, right? But hopefully they watch the film and they notice, hey, out of empty formations, we're not doing so hot. We're throwing 2 picks out of empty formation. We don't do so well when we're in heavy 11 personnel. They'll come out with a better game plan closer to like Las Vegas to put them in a good position. So here's my expectations for tonight. I expect Tyson Bagent to have a career game tonight. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, right? So about 68% completion, 270, I'll say 270, and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, or 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. But by far, this is going to be his best game. It's going to be his best game because I'm betting a lot on Luke Getsy and Tyson Bagent learning from last week. And the fact that Luke Getsy hadn't had a whole week to plan and outcoach himself prior to the game. So that's my prediction for Tyson Bagent's stat line. I expect us to win 24-21 in a tight game. And again, Tyson Bagent have a career night, 270, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That 1 interception is going to be to the right flat, by the way. That 1 interception is going to be to the right flat. Mark, I tag this. Pay it. Remember that. Remember I said, because I called the interception to the right flat last week. The last 2 weeks, and it happened. We've thrown interceptions to the right flat 2 weeks in a row. I've called them both in pregame, and it happened. So I'm going with another interception to the flat, right, for 3 straight weeks. But he's going to have, I'll say he's going to have 2.5 touchdowns, 2.5 touchdowns for 270. All right, there you have it. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, I'm expecting D'Ontae Foreman to have a darn near career night. He's going to probably run with it like a man with his hair on fire facing his old team, right? Now, this is all tricky, and it's all predicated on, you know what I'm saying, again, Luke being the same guy. And again, coming off a short week, I don't expect him to have gone in there and mucked up the game plan a whole lot. So I'm expecting D'Ontae Foreman to get at least 25 carries tonight, or there'll be 30 carries split between he and Roschon in some shape, form, or fashion, right? But I'm expecting D'Ontae Foreman to get the majority of carries. Go over 100 yards tonight. Also, I'm expecting DJ Moore to have one of those nights, right? But the ball will be spread around. This will be a night where everybody get to touch it a little bit. Cole, DJ, Mooney, all have a nice night to share those 270 yards. I think, we'll get some guys involved with the rushing game as well that aren't running backs, maybe some Valus on the jet sweep, things like that, right? And then what has to happen again is they have to control the clock. Listen, defense has to play sturdy tonight. They have to step up. This is an opportunity tonight for multiple turnovers versus this Carolina team, especially in the passing game, especially in the passing game, to get a pick or a pick 6 and put some extra, help this offense out by putting some points on the board. If the defense scores, then I'm taking one of Tyson's touchdowns away, by the way. It's going to be 2 touchdowns and defense. Somebody has to, It's a trade-off, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's how you play complementary football. As y'all know, I focus mostly on the offensive side because, well, that's what I did, right? So I'm expecting them. I want to see them play a certain style of ball tonight that controls the clock, heavy personnel. Now, if y'all see us come out and we in a bunch of empty sets and a bunch of shotgun, we've gotten away from what we do well. And Luke is on one. But I'm expecting him to ride the wave that he's been on, heavy 12-plus personnel, running the ball. And again, you know, I have to reiterate this on Twitter, right? I'm off of the whole Tyson Bagent versus Justin Fields thing, right? To me, and I found a nice balance from the film study. To me, it's all about, can Luke Getsy put either one of these guys in a position to win? Because when we play a certain style ball, both of them seem to play better, right? Play more smoothly, right? The Washington and Denver game for Justin Fields, the Las Vegas game, and the New Orleans game for Tyson Bagent. Towards the fourth quarter is where Luke got besides himself, and I felt like he put the kid in a position. He wasn't drawing up some good stuff on that last drive. 50% of those plays in the fourth quarter, the pass plays were, you know what I'm saying, 50% win rate on the routes that was run on that last drive. This is what concerns me about Luke. So I expect us to come out, you know what I'm saying. You know, it's a November game at home in Soldier Field. It's going to be cold on Lake Michigan. I'm expecting, you know, there to be a nice crowd because Bears fans show up and show out like we do. And, again, I expect us to win 24-21. Let me know what your score prediction is as you watch this on the playback. This is your boy, Coach T with Chicago Bears 360. I appreciate y'all hanging out. We're real fast, man. Before I get out of here, shout out to all the field soldiers out there. Those of you who have subscribed to the channel over the last year and a half that support me. Listen, if you're watching this on the playback, don't hesitate, man. Do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share. Also, follow me on Twitter at Bears360 Coach T. Listen, this is Bears football from a coach's perspective. So usually during the week, Tuesday and Thursday, I actually get into the playbook. I go over the film on the show in a long format so you guys can see it again, right?